IQR Inner Quartile Range and Box-and-Whisker Plots. Here I have some data. These are Burmese pythons that were captured down in the Everglades in Florida. They're an invasive species, so scientists have had people capture these snakes to analyze the data and try to figure out how to remove this invasive species. So these are lengths of 10 Burmese pythons captured, I think around 2012, I think it was. So when you have data and you are going to be creating a box and whisker plot or looking for the inner quartile range, first step you want is to put the data in order from least to greatest. So I have put these in order from least to greatest. I have the smallest here and largest here. Now I want to find the median. So I have 10 data points, so I know that's 5 on either side of the median. So my median is right here, and my median is 11 and 75/100ths. So this is my median, or my middle. I found that by adding, just on the side here, you find the median by adding 11 and with 12.5, you end up with 23.5, and when you split that, divide that by 2, and you do that with any time there's even number data points. To find the median, you're going to have to add the middle 2 and divide by 2 anytime there's even numbers. So my median is 11 and 75/100ths. That splits my data into 2 parts. These numbers are larger, so these are the upper half, and these numbers are smaller, so this is the lower half. You now need to find the median of the lower half and the upper half. Good thing is, since we had an even number, now that they're split in half, we have an odd amount. So this is my first quartile, or median of lower half. Now this is the median of my upper half, is my third quartile. This is 8. This is 15.5. These are going to be abbreviated with first Q. This will be my third Q. So now your data is split into 4 equal sections. But to find the inner quartile range, IQR equals third Q minus the first Q. So it's looking for the range of the middle of your data. So the range, that would be 15.5 minus 8. So my IQR would equal 7.5. So what that means is that the center of my data has a range of 7.5. So we will use the median, the largest and the smallest point to make our box and whisker plot. We also need to make a number line. So to make a box and whisker plot, you first make your number line, and that needs to include all of our data points, and I would say 2 more less and 2 more greater than your largest number and 2 less than your smaller number. So it's at 5, so I'm gonna say 3, 4, 5. Alright, so now I have my number line. The first thing I'm going to mark, and I'm trying to keep my colors matching, is my median, which my median was at 11 and 7,500, so just a little bit above, close to 12, about here. This is my median. My third quartile was 15.5, so halfway between 15 and 16. I'm drawing another line. This is my third Q. And then my first quartile was 8. So I'm drawing my vertical line here. Now this is the box part of a box and whisker. Just like a cat, it needs to have its whiskers also. So to add whiskers, you take your largest data point, which was 18 1/4 or 18.25, draw a little dot above that, and you draw a line out. And our smallest point was 5. So then you can see our range was 18.25 minus 5. All of our data is in here. And because most of our data is right in the middle, you can see that we have our box and whisker plot is symmetrical, or real close to symmetrical. If all the data is on the left, then it would be skewed right. And if all of the data was on the right, that would be skewed left. So skewed left you notice it has a longer left whisker and most data is on the right.
I'm just going to bask in the glory that I don't have to test for 3 weeks. Enjoy your YouTube video. 6th grade.
So skewed right is just the opposite. It means that the whisker on the right is much farther and most of the data is on the left. And symmetrical just like it says in the name. A symmetric skew means the median is in the middle of the box. And my apologies, on the skewed left, we're going to say the median is here. So erase this line, and skewed right, the median is here. So erase that line, and you can see then when it's symmetric, you see it's skewed left, there's more data on the left side. If it's skewed right, there's more data on the right. If it's symmetric, then the median is in the middle. Alright, so go back and review this if you need to. I do want you to answer this question, or a couple questions, in your notebook in complete sentences before you start on your problem. When there are an even amount of data values, how do I find the median? So you can go back in the video if you're unsure. We did talk about this in class. Okay, the box and whisker will give you, go back up here to give you a couple other labels. This is the largest value. This is the least value. So the box and whisker plot will show you the median, the first quartile, third quartile, the largest value or the greatest value, and the least value. So I also want you to answer this question. What are the 5 key values in A? And then I want you to do a problem to demonstrate that you understand how to find it and create a box and whisker plot. It is on page 416, number 7. I want you to create a box and whisker plot for page 416, number 7, and that's the one you're going to show Miss Russell or Mr. Burns after you answer these 2 questions. And then I will give you some classwork, and I have another question for you about outliers.